Very good morning, dear friends. I am highly privileged to be a part of the video recordings as a part of National Ayurveda Day 2022 through Diksha e-learning process. I am thankful for the organizers for this opportunity. Myself, Dr. Ashokan V, Professor, Department of Prasuti Tantra and Stri Roga from Parul Institute of Ayurveda, Parul University, Vadodara, Gujarat. I would like to share with you a few informations regarding the importance of Ayurveda in preventive healthcare of the burning gynecological problem today, that is PCOS, which we also call as polycystic ovarian syndrome or else polycystic ovarian disease. While coming to the prevalence of the polycystic ovarian disease, it is found to be 1 among every 10 girls in the reproductive age or the adolescent age group is found to be suffering with these issues of the symptomatology of polycystic ovarian disease. So to incorporate the disease under the purview of Ayurveda, first we need to know about the causative factors of it and the clinical features. So as per the Rotterdam criteria, there is a disturbance in the menstrual pattern, which in Indian women is found to be, though the pattern is said to be oligomenorrhea, in Indian woman we can find it as either scanty menstruation with increased interval between the cycles, that is the oligomenorrhea, or else it may be menorrhagia, that is Asrikdara Lakshanas are also seen, wherein we can find out the clinical features of excessive bleeding also. So irrespective of this, anovulation or absence of fertility due to anovulation is also one of the reproductive age group complaints. So if we see the patient symptomatology, we can see two types of patients, that is obese PCOD patient and lean PCOD patient. In addition to this, we may find alopecia, that is hair falls on the head, and male pattern balding, as well as hirsutism, that is growth of abnormal body hairs, hairs on the face, cheeks, mustache area, etc., upper lips, etc. So in addition to this, we can also find clinical features like acanthosis nigricans, that is a blackish discoloration or velvety patches over the neck, over the armpits, or over the lower abdomen, low back, etc., and on the upper thighs. So with these clinical symptomatology and abnormal obesity and insulin resistance, this adds to the endocrinological as well as the gynecological problems, along with that of the dermatological origin. So Ayurveda, like any other health science, is a way of life. So Ayurveda says that we need to be taking care of our life in three ways, that is Trayo Bastambaha, Ahara, Nidra, Evam Brahmacharya. So Ahara, while coming to the Ayurvedic way of life, that is diet and behavioral pattern, we can see that Ayurveda has quoted some particular way of dietary pattern which is suitable for during the bleeding phase of a woman as well as during the reproductive cycle, and it has asked to avoid certain conditions like Diva Swapna, Ratri Jagarana, Vega Dharana, Ati Vyayama, Ati Vyavaya. So these factors highly are important and they are great significance to prevent the So Ayurveda has told about the dietary pattern to be followed in Rutumati Charya, that is Rutukala, bleeding phase of the cycle, as well as in the ovulation and post-ovulation period, as well as for Garbhini Paricharya. So this we can implement in preventive care for not begetting the disorders related to polycystic ovarian disease. One more thing, avoiding the habit of overeating and eating of unwanted material like Coca-Cola or aerated drinks, highly refrigerated items, repeated small frequent intake of beverages, then wafers, then puffs, samosa, etc. diet by college going teenage girls can also prevent this increasing incidence of this particular condition. In addition to all these dietary and behavioral habits, late night awakening, excessive mobiling, surfing on the nets, etc. can also lead to the psychological abnormality related to hormonal imbalances. One more additional factor which is a causative factor among the working women as well as the household woman is that it is about the stress factor. So stress is invariably affecting everybody. Ayurveda has de-stressing as well as rasayana therapy as well as the behavioral pattern like abhyanga, svedana, and Rutukala Shodhana, which de-stresses a person, and woman is no exception. So this, by adopting healthy lifestyle through Ayurveda, we can prevent the dreadful condition of polycystic ovarian disease, which may on long run may produce infertility, endometrial carcinoma, hypertensive disorders, and what not and what not. So thus let us take the slogan of Ayurveda: समदोष समाग्निश समधातु मलक्रियाः प्रसन्नात्मेन्द्रिय मनाः स्वस्थैत्यभिधीयते. So Ayurveda has this parameter of swasthya. So this we can, let us adopt the Ayurvedic lifestyle of ahara and dinacharya and ritucharya. Thus let us prevent this condition of polycystic ovarian disease. Jai Hind.